All right, everybody, we're going to do a loan amortization example, sort of similar to one we did in class. Uh, and then I'm going to sort of ask a little more of a complicated version of this question as well. But the question that you see here on the screen is sort of a very basic question. Something similar to this would probably appear on the exam. So let's read through it. The Corner Bar and Grill is in the process of taking a 10-year loan of $100,000 with First Community Bank at an interest rate of 8% per year. The bank offers the restaurant owner an amortized loan with 10 equal payments at the end of each year, inclusive of interest and part of principal. How much is the annual loan payment? So what we're doing here is the bank, First Community Bank, is offering Corner Bar and Grill a loan that is effectively an annuity. They're going to give the Corner Bar and Grill 100 grand right now, and the Corner Bar and Grill is going to pay the bank a fixed cash flow each year for the next 10 years. So we're looking at an annuity problem with an amortized loan. So we could use some of our formulas to solve for this. This question is asking about the loan payment. That would be the cash flow from the annuity. But what we're going to do for the sake of time is we're going to use our calculator functions. And so let's first try to get all the important information here. Um, in terms of our calculator, we need to know the number of periods, right? How long will this loan take place? Well, it's a 10-year loan, and the bank is offering 10 equal payments. So in this case, N is 10. Our I over Y, our interest rate per year, right? We are given here in the first sentence that the First Community Bank offers this loan at an interest rate of 8% per year. So that is 8. Now, the present value of this annuity. How much is the Corner Bar and Grill receiving right now? Well, they're receiving $100,000 right now. And again, that's a positive number in terms of plugging into your calculator because that is a cash flow to Corner Bar and Grill. The payment, well, that's actually what we're trying to figure out. So we're going to have to compute that. And finally, the future value. The future value of the loan, well, that effectively represents what the ending balance should be at the end of the 10 years. Now we know from talking in class that when you amortize a loan, the last payment pays off any interest that's accrued to the loan, but also any remaining principal balance. So the future value of the loan after the 10 payments is 0. And so let's plug this into our calculator. Move it over here so you can see everything. So I'm going to clear this out here. I know my number of periods is 10, N. My interest rate is 8, I over Y. My present value is $100,000, PV. The payment's what I want to know, and my future value is 0. So now I hit compute, payment, and I see that my payment is $14,902.90. And you notice that it's negative, right? It's a negative number because that money would flow away from Corner Bar and Grill and to the bank. So $14,902.95. Let me see if I write this in here. $14,902.95. Right? That's how much the yearly payment's going to be on this loan. Now, let's see if we can maybe ask a more challenging question. Given that same information, how many years will it take for the owners to reduce their debt loan balance in half? So they're going to make this payment every year. They're going to make a payment of $14,902.95. They're going to make that payment towards their $100,000 loan. Now, every year, part of that payment goes to pay off interest, and part of that payment goes to pay off principal. So if you're making a $14,000 payment every year, how many years would it take for your owners to reduce their debt in half? They want to reduce it from 100 grand in half to 50 grand. So the temptation here is to say, okay, if I'm making a $14,000 payment every year, I just divide 50 by the $14,000 payment, and that tells me the number of years. But that's not theoretically true because when you're making payments to an amortized loan, you're making both interest and principal payments. And so So the way we go about doing this is we use all the information that we had before, right? Let's look at what needs to be plugged into the calculator. In, the number of years, the number of periods. That's what I want to know. How many years? So we're actually going to be solving for n. Now, the interest rate. Well, that's the exact same from before. It's 8%. The present value. That's the original loan balance, $100,000. So all that is the same from before. Now the payment, right? Well, the payment we calculated on the previous slide. It was $14,902.95. $14,902.95. And again, in terms of calculator, it was negative because that payment flows away from you. Now, before, when calculating the payment, we decided that the future value was 0. But in this case, the question is asking for how long it will take for the owners to reduce their debt in half. That means the balance of the loan in the future should not be 0 like it was in the first case when we were solving for the payment. But in this case, the value of the loan should be $50,000. And when you plug it into your calculator, it's a negative $50,000 because that money is owed to the bank. It flows away from Corner Bar and Grill. And now you use all this information to solve for n. So let's pull up our calculator and let's plug it in. So your payment's already locked in there from before. It's already at $14,000, right? Your interest rate is the same as before. Your present value is the same as before. So what's changed? Your future value. So here I'm going to put $50,000 negative future value. Again, because that 50 grand is owed to the bank. And now I hit compute, N, and there you go. N is 5.94, right? 5.94. So in this case, bring this down here, 5.94. It takes 5.94 years for Corner Bar and Grill to reduce their balance in half. When you have time intervals like this, you always want to round it up to the next year. And so effectively it's going to take 6 years. It will take 6 payments for Corner Bar and Grill to reduce their loan balance in half.